in this election. Folks will say, look, we just take the system for granted, and we'll work it, and we'll keep on tinkering with it, and we'll get slightly better outcomes because we're Democrats instead of Republicans. There are easier choices to make. What I'm asking you to do is harder. I'm asking you to get involved. I'm asking you to get engaged. After this rally, I want everybody here to sign up as an Obama volunteer. I want you to go over the border to New Hampshire, help us organize over there. I want you to be a precinct captain for change. I want you to be involved. Now, some of you are cynical, and you hear this and say, you know what, too much hassle. But you have to understand that the people who think politics is a game, they are counting on you not getting involved. They are counting on your cynicism. They feed your cynicism and encourage it because they know that if you don't get involved, nothing will change. So I hope that all of you decide today that you want to be a part of this change. And for those of you who are still doubting about the power of one voice to change this country, I'm just going to tell you a quick story about South Carolina. South Carolina is very different from Maine, I know, so I'm going to give you a little travel guide here. I was down in Columbia, South Carolina, the capital, and I was at a big legislators banquet, and I found myself sitting next to a state representative, and I really wanted this representative's endorsement, so I said, Representative, I really want your endorsement. And she thought about it for a minute. She said, Obama, I will give you my endorsement, but only if you come to my hometown of Greenwood, South Carolina. So I must have a glass of wine or something, because I said, okay, no problem. Come to find out that Greenwood is about an hour and a half away from every place else. So the next time I'm in South Carolina, we fly in. It's midnight when we arrive at the airport. I don't get to my hotel until 1 o'clock. I've been campaigning all week, so I'm real tired. I'm staggering into my hotel room. My staff tapped me on the shoulder and says, Senator, you have to wake up. We got to be in the car by 6. I said, why is that? I said, we got to go to Greenwood. So the next morning, I wake up, I'm exhausted. I open up the drapes to the hotel room. It's pouring down rain outside. I open up the New York Times. There's a bad story about it in the New York Times. I go downstairs, my umbrella blows open, and I get wet. So now I'm in the car, I'm sleeping, I'm wet, I'm mad. My staff's not talking to me because they know better. So we drive, and we drive, and we drive, and we just keep on driving. Until finally, we're in Greenwood, South Carolina, although you don't know right away that you're in Greenwood because there aren't any big buildings around. It's just fields, and we kind of pull up alongside a park, and there's this little building there. I go inside, I get a little more wet. Lo and behold, there are only 20 people there. 20 people. And they all look kind of dead and sleepy, like they're not that excited to see me either. But I'm running for president, I'm a professional. I shake hands, I say, how do you do? What do you do? And suddenly, as I'm talking to this group of 20 people, I hear behind me this voice. Fire up! And all the other 20 people, they're not shocked, they just say, fire up. Then we hear the voice say, ready to go! And the other 20 people, they all say, ready to go. I don't know what's going on. I look behind me, and there's this little woman. She's about 5'2", 5'3", about 60 years old. She's got an outfit on, she's got a big church hat, and she's smiling at me. And she says, fire up! Come to find out that she is a city councilwoman from Greenwood, South Carolina, who is famous for her chanting. And so for the next 5 minutes, she just keeps on chanting, fire up! And all the other people in the room say, fire up! And she says, ready to go! And all the other people say, ready to go! And my staff and I are standing there, we don't know what to do. We're supposed to be here campaigning for president. after about a minute or two, I'm feeling kind of fired up. I'm feeling like I'm ready to go. So I start going in the gym. And for the rest of the day, when I'm with my staff, I see them, I say, are you fired up? They say, I'm fired up. Are you fired up? I'm fired up. Are you ready to go? They say, I'm ready to go. And it goes to show you the power of one voice. One voice can change a room. And if one voice can change a room, it can change a city. And if it can change a city, it can change a state. And if it can change a state, then it can change a country.